Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Cody Hyde here. It's like about 6 o'clock at night. I'm on my way to the gym right now. Do a little bit of overhead pressing, try and get the shoulders stronger, bring the bench up, especially my shirted bench and everything, for getting ready for the Olympia later this year. But anyways, on the way to the gym, I usually daydream a lot, think about a lot of things. And one of the things that I've actually been thinking about a lot lately, because I've been seeing it more and more, or actually seeing less of it more and more, is proper footwear, specifically in the squat and the deadlift. You see it in a lot of newer lifters. You know, they'll be in the gym, they'll be wearing their, their Nike Shocks or their fucking New Balance or just some type of crazy running shoe when they squat and everything. I don't think new lifters take it into account as much as the more experienced lifters and competitive lifters do. For me personally, I believe footwear is extremely important in the squat and deadlift specifically. You see all these new guys or new lifters out there, and they're wearing these shoes, and the soles on these shoes, they're slightly elevated. Not only that, it's a softer rubber. So you get any type of weight on your feet, in the squat and everything, those soles are going to compress, and it's going to compress to the sides of your body that you normally walk on. If you walk on the outside of your heel a little bit more, or the inside of your heel, just however your natural body mechanics are, however which way you walk, the shoe is going to compress that way. And compressing that way, it's going to put you in a vulnerable position for injury, in my opinion. They say, with a heavy weight, it's going to hurt you. Heavy is a relative term. Heavy can be 100 pounds, heavy can be 10 pounds, heavy can be 800 pounds. It doesn't matter. It's a relative term. But my point is, you wear a shoe like that when you squat or deadlift, your ankles are going to roll. They may only roll a little bit, but it's still there. It's still going to happen, and it can still put you in a position for an injury. You got all these great shoes out there that you should be looking into. A guy I used to train with named Paul Rash when I lived up in Washington once told me that for every quarter inch of sole that you have on your shoe in the deadlift, that's 50 pounds off your deadlift. Now, whether or not that's true or not, who knows? But to me, it's a sound theory. You got a higher sole on your shoe, you're going to have to pull that weight further. The closer you are to the ground, the less distance you're going to have to pull it. So, in my opinion, if you're pulling or squatting in tennis shoes, any type of tennis shoe that's not like a Chuck Taylor or some sort of weightlifting design shoe or wrestling shoe or something like that, you might as well pull barefoot. You're going to be much better off pulling barefoot in a pair of socks than you are in a freaking pair of tennis shoes. You got all these great shoes out there to choose from. You got the Chuck Taylors, awesome shoe. I used to lift in those all the time. I recently just switched over to the Reebok CrossFit shoe, which I absolutely love. If you're one of those guys that says, oh, I'm not going to buy the Reebok CrossFit shoe because it says CrossFit on it, you're a douchebag. Who the hell cares what it says on it? It is an awesome shoe, and they are worth the money, bar none. Aside from that, you got the Asics, the old wrestling shoes. You got Automax, another pair of wrestling shoes. There's all types of shoes out there. You got the Nike Romelos. I haven't personally used those, but I've heard they're pretty good squat shoes for the narrow stance squatters. But I guess my point being with this whole rant is pay attention to your footwear. It's going to change the way that you squat or deadlift. Your knees are going to move in, your ankles are going to roll, everything's going to shift, and you're not going to be as stable as what you need to be to properly get that weight moving along the straightest line. Point A to point B. You want a straight line. You're not going to be as tight as you can be to apply as much force as necessary to get that weight. Sure, you may get it, but it could be hard. And what's to say if you had a more solid foundation starting from the feet up, it could be that much easier. So that's just a little rant I have about footwear. So, yeah.